Hey guys, it's Zach the Gear Guy, OGE. You know it, we are not a lifestyle, we are a community, and boy, oh boy, have I been busy. Oh, man, we've got a lot here on the plate. The table has been set, we have a new champion, we have a new booker, and an unsure future of SHW. Let me just say that here and now. Um, but with all that out of the way, um, we let me just say this. If you have not seen episode 1 or 2 of Zach the Gear Guy Predicts, um, look those up in this playlist or on my YouTube channel. But you know how I run this down. I don't care if we have a new booker. I don't care if we have a new faction coming in. This is my raw reaction to the card. This is my opinion, my voice being heard here. I have not talked to any of the talent beforehand. Neither have they given me a chance to sway their opinions based on what I have seen and heard on this card. But this card is to coincide with SHW 40, the match card. I am, as I said before, we have a new booker. This is going to be in depth in episode 5 for you. So picking up right after episode 5. Still to be released at this point in time, but it's going to come out, trust me. We have a Rumblejack qualifier, so our new booker has put together for the next 2 months Rumblejack qualifying matches. I know that these 2 gentlemen are going to do great. Nauseacism versus Rob Killjoy, one half of the Ugly Ducklings. I'm not too familiar with the Ugly Ducklings as a tag team. Not familiar with Rob Killjoy, mostly because he came in a year before I did, that being the year 2019. I came in Rumblejack 2020 into SHW as a gear guy, but Nauseacism, I saw him compete 2 months ago, I'd like to say, against Carly Bravo. So Rumblejack qualifier, both are high-flying guys from what I've heard. I have heard great things about Rob Killjoy. From what I've seen from Nauseacism, he is a great talent. Definitely somebody you don't want to, say something bad about. So my thoughts here, I am going to go Nauseacism because Carly Bravo getting the win over him, it's elevated his career. I think Nauseacism getting the win over Rob Killjoy would definitely prepare him more in the sense for the Rumblejack, and possibly you'll see later on down the line at a shot at the SHW Championship come August. Next up, we have the SHW Tag Team Championship match. That being All-Star Special taking on... Well, it's a fight between friends, honestly. My friends, the current Tag Team Champions, All-Star Special, taking on my friends, Technical Excellence, Chip Day, Kyle Matthews. We were originally supposed to get this at I believe, the Rumblejack, if I'm not mistaken, 2021. We did, but it was outside interference on Logan Chase that cost him the match. It was, we were supposed to get it again, but then it was an attack, and then We got it for a third time, which was a triple threat match, thanks to the added team of Owen Knight and Joe Black at the time by Gary. But we finally got it, I believe, SHW 28, when we were supposed to see the Lynch Mob take on the All-Star Special, but All-Star Special took on Tech X that night for the tag team titles, which was basically a handicap match for Kyle Matthews. Respect to you, Kyle Matthews, for taking that match 2-on-1, because Chip blew out his ankle that has now healed, and Tech X does want their titles back in some case. But honestly, All-Star Special are in their prime. When I first saw Hanson and started to connect with him, I saw something in Hold My Beer Hanson, and together the team of Hold My Beer Hanson and William Huckabee, I have always been an All-Star Special fan from the start of this tag team all the way to the point where they are now. I'm not to knock the longest reigning tag team champions, should I say, of Tech X. Respect to you, Chip. Respect to you, Kyle. I respect both these teams going into this. But if I had to choose one, I'd say All-Star Special have the momentum going into this match, because we have seen Hanson and Huckabee do things that we never thought they were able to do. I am excited about to see how this title reign is going to go for All-Star Special. Talk about a big match, physically, mentally, and literally. We have Cyrus the Destroyer, well, supposedly Cyrus the Destroyer, versus possibly Michael Judas. This was supposed to take place just after Still Here 3, closer to just after SHW 33. Where Judas proclaimed, "There is not one man in this world that can pin me alone." For only Cyrus to answer the call. Yet, for somewhat shape or reason, whether it was medically, whether it was car trouble, whatever it was, either one of the opponents would be there and the other couldn't make it, or the other would be there, but the other couldn't make it. If for some reason we finally get this match, I would be shocked. We got a taste of it last month, but that felt more like a brawl. They could have brawled all the way down to Reformation Brewery by the time they were done with this. So, finally settle it one-on-one. Ring people. Please make sure this ring is reinforced. I do not want to have this brawl out into the parking lot, or, down to Reformation Brewery. But all that being said, when everything's said and done, I think Cyrus on one hand wants to be a champion in his own right. Judas wants to prove that he's no longer the backbone for Corey Hollis after Garner Miller retired him. I am a Judas Mark. I respect Cyrus. I am a Cyrus Mark. I like both these guys. I would be stunned if we don't champ both these guys coming at SHW 40. But I am going to go Judas at the end of the day. I just think Judas has that big chip on his shoulder after what he did at SHW 38 to Gerard, to me, taking the championship out of my hand. I think Judas has something to prove after, in his view, Cyrus cost him the championship at SHW 39. Next up, speaking of another rivalry, um, Carly Bravo versus Jordan Kingsley. Jordan Kingsley's undefeated in the year 2022. Nobody's been able to knock him off. You can send any Tom, Dick, or Harry into a wrestling ring to go after Jordan Kingsley. Jordan Kingsley has not been beaten as of yet in singles competition. But my friend and soon-to-be Overkill member, Carly Bravo, hopefully one of these days I'll join Overkill, but my good friend Carly Bravo, I respect him. I love Carly. He wants to make SHW the Carly Bravo show. And after all, every season is Carly season. Shout out to you, Carly Bravo. Jordan Kingsley, undefeated. I talked to Diana last month, and I said, you know, if Jordan Kingsley gets a win over then his opponent, Darian Bankston, we could see Jordan Kingsley in a in the title picture sooner rather than later. Honestly, I'm going to have to say Carly Bravo just defeated David Ali. A 302-day SHW championship reign. David Ali just got beaten before he moved to Chicago. Hallelujah to you, David Ali, if you're watching this. I miss you, man. But both men have really great momentum. I just think Carly has that hunger, that crave for. He knows it is it. He knows he's going to be it somehow, some way. He's had that experience on AEW Dark, AEW Elevation. I saw him in Atlanta when AEW was here, taking on the Acclaimed. He has that hunger, that sense. So I'm going to go Carly Bravo right here. Oh boy. Man, oh man. You will not believe what went down at episode 5. But Dylan James versus Joe Black. Obviously, you've probably seen it on IWTV by now. Joe Black cost Dylan his spot at SHW 39 as Booker, hence why Brooklyn is Booker of SHW now. And obviously, after the events, you've seen it. The match that I'm gonna get to later on was announced. But Contra's now here. One third of Contra is in action. Joe Black taking on Dylan James, our former booker. Dylan has revenge on his mind, but something tells me that Brooklyn and Contra, no matter how many numbers they've probably added since I last counted, it was 3. But Joe Black, he didn't need Contra in my opinion, but maybe Brooklyn behind the scenes, like I don't get too much of a look into what goes down, but I was backstage setting the guy's gear. I don't know what was said to Joe. I don't know that whole discussion. But apparently something was said. And Dylan has revenge on his mind. So honestly, a lot of fans have been chanting these past couple months, Joe's gonna kill you. Everybody's saying that Joe Black is the ultimate punishment when it comes to opponents facing each other. But I have to say momentum's on Dylan's side of a coin after being knocked off in that chain match. So I'm going to go, no offense to Joe. Joe, I respect you. But Dylan has the win here. Then finally, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I might save this match till the end. Yeah, I think I will do that. Let me talk about the main event. The main event is going to be a death match between two men from Chattanooga. Well, technically three if you count Reverend Dan Wilson, or as I like to call him, I'm not gonna call him that just because I know some people are watching that shouldn't be. But Rev Dan Wilson on the outside. We have the People's Captain. That's my captain, Gunner. I know you might be watching this. Takes on Tank in a death match, which is what Reverend Dan and Tank wanted in the first place. Now they've pushed Gunner to this point where he really, storyline wise doesn't really care. He wants to give Tank the best death match he's ever had. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gunnar Miller wins this, but I'm honestly neutral in this position. I respect Tank. He's a 24-year legend. I respect Dan. He's been around the same time as Tank, 24 years. Gunnar Miller, I respect him. I love Gunnar. He's just a nice guy, would do anything for anybody. But I think whoever wins, I'll be happy with. But I'm kind of thinking that if they're going to move one guy, it's probably going to be Gunner in this situation. But let's talk about the big match. Oh, boy. Can't believe I'm saying this, but heck. The graphics already out there. Oh, boy, 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 boy. I think I might have to do this, honestly. Here we go. The SHW Championship will be on the line as seemingly it's already announced by now, but an Uno card has been pulled. Booker Brooklyn, Contra, Joe Black, and the Heathen Cruel have seemingly challenged me, Zach the Gear Guy, OGE, to a SHW title match. I honestly cannot say anything here, but except this. This is a Tyson versus Jericho level match. It's my first match. I'm not going to say anything here, but because I'm an Orange Cassidy in this situation. I am secretive. I'm an enigma. I just don't know what to say. This is a dream match level here. And let me just say, if there's any, and if you're watching this, Brooklyn, Joe, or Cruel, and I mean, just to make it more serious, any in outside influence, any controversy, or any interjection from any Contra member anytime during this match, you have now signed my next match then and there when I heal from this one. Zach Vigirgai versus Vahivan Cruel. I don't know what to say. This is a dream match for me. I'm pretty sure my opponents would say otherwise, but I guess there's only one way. You're going to have to find out. Oh boy. What I'm gonna do, what he's gonna do to me, because trust me, I know from one whack Zach of a kid to another, we are going to have a slobber knocker on our hands that could have been Chris Jericho versus Mike Tyson. This is when news broke about this, the whole locker room, the whole wrestling world blew up because of this match. I cannot wait for this one. Oh boy. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be wild. I cannot predict anything right now, as you can tell by my voice, but oh boy. That is the reason why you should come out to SHW 40 next week, next Friday, and support me and the hashtag Cruel Fears Zach campaign, the hashtag Contra Fears Zach campaign, whatever you want to call it. Come out and support your boy, Zach the Gear Guy, OGE. That has been Zach the Gear Guy Predicts for SHW 40. And I'll see you in episode 6. We are not a lifestyle, we're a community. Thank you for watching.